Hey world. First of all, I want to state clearly that I give my personal interpretation on the subjects and nothing but that. I am I am far from a connoisseur on Native American societies. And also, I am aware of the devastation colonization has brought upon many cultures, and so far that many native descendants lost hold of their roots and sometimes have to rely on what white men wrote about them. Oral traditions have been distorted or are lost to a certain extent. I have become aware of the infighting what the publications of tribal, religious, and philosophical ideas is concerned, and at this point, I will not pretend in the least to have more knowledge than any of those who attempt to decipher symbolism or imagery. Therefore, do not expect me to be flawless in my interpretations, and again, if someone has anything of critique or contributions, please be my guest. I would like to start with the creation myth from the archaic Mesoamerican cultures concerning the feathered serpent. The serpent bears many names: Quetzalcoatl, Kukulkan, Cucumats, or Tuhul, and the oldest representation was found in La Venta in Mexico, dating back from the Olmec culture around 1200 BC. Sent out with a mission to find food for the starving humans the gods have created, Quetzalcoatl notices Azatl, the red ant carrying a maize kernel. The feathered serpent persuades the ant to tell him where he got it from, and it takes him down to a place called the Mountain of Sustenance, in which 4 different colors of maize are hidden. Sometimes the legend speaks of more than corn, also beans, peppers, etc. There is also a connection to a water source which pours from it. So this mountain of sustenance, also named Tunacatipetl, is often depicted as a mount with a corn plant on it, which figures as the world tree connecting the sky through the earth with the underworld. It has been proposed that the main pyramid of Tiwanaku and the pyramid of the sun of Teotihuacan were conceived of as representations of this mountain of sustenance. The latter having an extensive cave system underneath. Some researchers propose, though, that this mountain is a representation of a volcano. In Mexico lore, there is mention of several mountains, like Coatepec, the mountain of the serpent, which is connected to the birth of the sun god Huitzilopochtli and his mother Coatlicue, or also known as she who wears a serpent skirt. It is this violent birth on that mountain which will lead to the sacrificial ceremonies of at their capital, Tenochtitlan, where they are ordered by the sun god to build a replica of Coatepec. Excavations in Mexico City have led some archaeologists to conclude that this mythical capital of the Aztec was in fact in Mexico, but other sites have also been determined as replicas of the sacred mountain. Considering migration of people throughout the centuries and millennia, I assume there are different possible answers to the question which or where it should be located. People tend to carry the holiest of holies with them as they move along and simply rediscover or reconstruct them elsewhere. Aslan is another place said to be an important ancestral mountain from which the Aztec have migrated. They divided into 7 groups and founded each their new capital, the new Aslan. One such example is the city of Azcapotzalco on the shores of Lake Texcoco, which is believed to be founded by the descendants of the Teotihuacan culture. Azcapotzalco means at the anthill, but Aztlan bears another name, namely Hill of the Egrets or Hill of the Heron. And whatever it may be, one thing is clear: all these cultures have at least partially the same roots, or at least have a lot of their lore has been mutually adopted. There is, of course, a hidden invitation in all this to go into the value given to these central mounts. The connection to the Omphalos is obvious, but I will not go there. Just want to remind of the ant mounds, or better termite mounds, of the South Indian and some African cultures, which were often regarded as being either the genitals or the navel of the earth goddess, respectively god figure. If you like another perspective on this mythical center of the world in other cultures, SGD, aka Sacred Geometry Decoded, recently published a mini-series on which I can only advise to go watch, and links will be in the description. So with this, I'm going to close off here, and I'm already working on the next episode, which will be uploaded soon. Thanks for watching.